So just recently come back from the Galápagos, visited at the end of September. For me, big bucket list item. So really into the wildlife, and it completely delivered. We kind of did a bit of research before we went, based on speaking to colleagues who've been, the information that we've got here at Trailfinders. It was cruise versus land, which we were trying to work out what would be best for us. And we decided that staying on land would be better for us because we had a base then that we could, in the evenings, go to cool little bars, mix with the local people, have the local food. It was lobster season when we were there, so there was, the middle of the town was all kind of decorated and there was pageants going on with all the lobster creatures. And then every restaurant had lobster deals on, the freshest that you'll ever have. So really, really recommend going at that time of year. We also decided on land-based because then you're on the islands, you're doing snorkelling from the beaches or on some sort of Zodiac kind of speedboat trip. But at that time of year, one of the reasons we chose it is because the sea temperatures are cooler, the actual air temperature is cooler, so mid-20s, so still quite pleasant. But it just meant that the cooler temperatures attract the plankton. The plankton attracts the whales, the penguins. We got to snorkel with sharks and Shark Alley, which was a big tick for me. Absolutely amazing. So many sharks underneath us when we were snorkeling, all obviously vegetarian, but it was really, really good. Basically, you swim through this channel of black lava that comes up past your shoulders, maybe a couple of inches away from your shoulders on either side. It takes about 15 minutes to swim through. And there's hundreds of sharks underneath you, all having a sleep. We saw blue-footed boobies on the side, loads of iguanas on the side as well. And it took us about 15 minutes to swim through this channel. And once you're in there, there's no going back. So you've got to keep going. So definitely recommend, remember to take your GoPro. Going to the Galápagos, we spent a bit of time beforehand thinking about what we need to take with us. We were on a much bigger trip, but we wanted to make sure that we were prepared in the Galápagos because we weren't sure how much we'd have access to if we forgot something. Layers was a good thing to start with because the temperature's quite pleasant. It can be quite cool in the evenings. The sea temperature's cooler, so you might want a jumper or a fleece or something to warm yourself up with when you get out of your snorkeling trip. A really good water bottle with a filter because they're trying to do their best for the environment, not using plastic. So there's water fountains everywhere for you to use. So a really good water bottle is great, as is a phone cover to protect your phone from the water, especially if you're on a bumpy speedboat. You don't want to lose your phone with all your precious photos over the sides. If I went again, I'd take a pair of binoculars to see all the little birds and things like that because I couldn't see them and I was borrowing everybody else's. So. The only thing I could think of, because we chose a land-based journey rather than a cruise ship, we were moving every couple of days. So on that occasion, I would have taken more kind of waterproof sealable bags because our clothes weren't drying quickly enough. So to kind of keep it separate from your main luggage, just so that it didn't start to smell after it's been wet for a couple of days. So